Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton, Dalton95, coming with another Age of the Primes video, and today we're taking a look at the last leader class for year one of Age of the Primes, and that is Onyx Prime, the first Beast Transformer. And yeah, awesome design work here. 19 steps, or 12 steps between Robot and Centaur mode, and 19 steps between Centaur mode and Beast mode. So again, he is the first Prime, or the first Beast former character, very much based on his Covenant of Primus color scheme, and it seems like at least Evan and Mark, or Evan and Nate, are interested in doing, and maybe even Mark. I believe they said Mark was really looking forward to it, possibly doing this in the IDW kind of blue and purple colors. So that'd be awesome to see. Of course, there he is on the side of his packaging. So you got 12 steps between these two modes and 19 between these two modes. He does come with the spear, which I believe this is the artifact, the mask, which is weird that it's not the mask that's on his head, but whatever. And there he is in his kind of beast, dragon, griffin, just a beast mode. So let's go ahead and get him opened up and check him out. And here we have Onyx Prime out of his packaging. So I'm filming this way separate from when I recorded the intro, but at the time that this video is coming out, it is Halloween, so why not take a look at the first Beast? And also, in keeping with Halloween, let's talk about his artifact, which is the Triptych Mask. Now, in the context of this figure, it does not work as a mask, but you've got Farsight, Predator, and Mornsong. Farsight allows him to see sparks, I believe, see sparks across the universe that are still alive. The Predator mask allows him to hunt Cybertronian wildlife flawlessly, and Mornsong allows him to see sparks that have long since died. He can see them across, the different planes of reality. So those are the three parts of the Triptych Mask, and they do separate from the spear. Or, well, we'll get into that. Well, I guess we can go ahead and do it now since he is in full robot mode, not Centaur mode. It does come with this tail for both the dragon and the Centaur, but if you open it up, it does in fact form his bow, and kind of get him. It is a little tricky to get him to hold it. You got to get it right into that slot. So I just tab that into there, and then we'll get into articulation. I just wanted to go over this accessory because it is quite interesting and it works with Halloween. So there is the bow, and we'll take the spear. We'll just tab it into the bow. It is a little tricky getting him to actually hold it in a good way. There we go. There's that. And you just kind of got to pose the other arm to look like he is drawing the bow back. And there we go. There he is using the Triptych Mask as the tip of his arrow. Take that off. And the color scheme is, it's definitely interesting. Well, I guess some would consider it kind of boring because it is just different shades of brown with some gray, or with some silver, a couple hits of gold, and some black. You do get this really nice gold paint here on the head, although mine did chip a little in transit. I am going to have to touch that up later. Just a little chip there on the beak of his Centaur mask. But you do get some nice gold here on the wings. You get some silver poking out there for the claws. Some gold peeking through on the shoulders, some silver, some more gold here. Looks like another mask. And you do get his little logo right there on the bottom of the Triptych Mask. Get some more of that silver, some more gold here. You get little bits of fur. and feathers, some like wing membrane here. Oddly enough, not any scales, because I would have thought, I guess that's more for like the beast mode head. But there is that. Articulation, his head is on a ball joint, but it is fairly limited due to the shape of the head, but you do get a little bit of decent movement there. You get 360 at the shoulders, so you kind of got to move the arm out of the way. You get up to there at the shoulder. You get a bicep swivel, 90 degrees on kind of a detented joint. You got ball jointed? No. Wrist swivels, and then the hands do open and close. You do get a waist swivel, but you have to move this skirt armor out of the way. Get out to there at the hips. You get all the way forward, all the way back. You do get a thigh swivel. You do get a knee that only gets, oh, there you go. So 90 degrees at the knee. You do get a second joint here, but that's more for the centaur mode. And you get ankle tilt, I guess for the back part of that. So there is Onyx Prime in robot mode. So let's go ahead and bring in a couple more primes for size comparison. You get them to stand up straight here. So here we have him with Megatronus and Solus. Might as well bring in their leader, Prima. So you can see he is a pretty large prime. A little bit taller than Megatronus, and especially once you consider the wingspan, pretty big character. So we'll get these out of the way. And let's go ahead and get him into the centaur mode. We'll talk more about those wings. So just kind of want to bring these sections up and untab them from here. Bring these down. Bring this whole section down. And this will just come down like this. Okay, we want to bring the dragon head up. So bring that down to there. Straighten out these horse legs. Actually, I think they need to collapse like that. Bring these ones up like that. Actually, yeah. These actually need to stay straightened out. Never mind. And there we have. I'll bring down, or fold the head up, or face up into the mask like that. There we have Onyx in his centaur mode. It is a little tricky to get him to stand, at least for me. I guess it would help if I straighten that leg out enough. There we go. And then we can take this, form his tail back here. So you can either give him come on, tab in. Why isn't it tabbing in? There we go. So you can either give him a tail. We'll go ahead and bring these wings out like that. Or like before, you can take the tail off and unclip and unfold it into the bow. And I think, you know, the bow and arrow thing might work a little bit better with this mode. So tab that into there. Just have them hold it like that. Tab the spear into there. because now I can bring this forward at a better angle. And have him more accurately draw it back. So you can hunt his prey or any Unicronian soldiers or whatever that comes across his path. So there is that. So now we'll get him into his dragon mode, which we want to give me just a second. All right, so start off, we'll go ahead and bring the arms forward about at an angle like that. Straighten out these to here. Bring that up. Collapse these sections down. Point those down. Straighten that. There we go. We'll go ahead and fold the robot mode head back. Bring this whole thing up to cover up his face. And so yeah, acting as a mask right there. And I believe with the pattern, I think that's supposed to be the Morn Song mask. I believe the beast mode head is supposed to represent the predator mask, and then maybe the robot mode is supposed to represent Farsight. So interesting how some of the masks are worked into the design of each mode. All right, so from here, I'm going to bring this whole assembly, actually collapse the legs up completely on both of those double joints. Same thing with the front centaur legs. There we go. Bring this whole section down. Bring those arms forward. Bring the hands all the way forward. There we go. Bring the dragon head or chimera, just beast head down. Now we'll tab into that mask. Take the bow, fold it in half, form the tail again. We'll just tab into there. And I believe for the other weapons, let's go ahead and get this all straightened out here. So you can take this, tab these together, and tab them either on the wing or here on, probably better to be tabbed on the tail, going across like that. And we'll just fully bring out the wings. And there we have Onyx Prime in his beast mode. Like, there's no other way to describe this other than just an absolute beast, monstrosity, creature. It's awesome, but at the same time, you know, in figure form, it just does not want to cooperate. I guess that's pretty close. So, very awesome. We get some definite dragon details here. We also get the hooves on the front and the back. And these actually fold up for this mode, I believe. Or maybe that's for centaur mode that they need to fold up. But either way, it works here as well. You get that long tail. And these definite dragon chimera wings. It's just straight up a beast. Like, it's a monster. It's an animal-esque form. You get the jaws there. You get the little tongue molded in. Of course, 4 fangs, the red eyes, the gold here for the horns. We'll go ahead and remove the weapon for now. Articulation, there is a ball joint here at the dragon head. The wings can kind of flap. Of course, they extend out. They don't rotate at all, so they can't get them in a better position. Oh, I guess they do right here. So they just come forward a little bit. Legs, all of them. I forgot to go over the centaur legs, but still same articulation here, so you get the ankle tilt and all that. For these joints, I forgot to go over them. They're on a rotation here, on a hinge here, swivel, and 2 joints here, as well as this hoof on its own joint. You get these 4 legs that can move forward, rotate at the bicep, elbow, wrist, yeah, just robot mode joints as well. So there is the dragon beast creature. It's just beast mode. So really awesome looking creature. Wish it was a little bit better executed. Like if there was just a little bit more room in the torso, just make it a little bit beefier, a little bit longer, so that way these joints aren't so close together. But yeah, the beast mode definitely looks like something out of Pandora. Like if you've watched Avatar, like this could have been like a prehistoric creature. But you know, in this case, it is a Cybertronian demigod. So I'm going to take the sword or the tail out of there. We'll get him back into centaur mode and back to robot mode. So from here, we'll take the dragon head, fold it back and into there. That will allow us to bring this whole section back down. Just like that. Tab this back down. Straighten these out. I guess fully. Okay, I guess that's as far as it's going to go. There's that. Straighten that. Straighten these eggs out somewhat. At least to the first joint on both of them. There we go. Bring these down. Arms forward. Rotate the fists. Close the hands. Bring this mask down. Fold the head back up. And there he is back in centaur mode. Now to get him back into robot mode from here, we'll go ahead and bring this whole section down. I'll allow us to bring these legs up and around. Now it is a little tricky getting this to work properly, but there is a slot there that this tab is supposed to go into, and these 2 little notches are supposed to fit in right there. So there is, I guess not these 2 notches, but just supposed to fit in there. This comes down, wraps around, and there is a tab here and a slot in the hoof that it's supposed to hook onto. It is, like I said, a little bit tricky to get lined up just right. But there we go. That one's all locked in. Go ahead and straighten these legs out fully. Take this claw or this talon out. Straighten this leg out. Flip out the talon. All right, so again, bring this whole section up and around. Bring this forward. Bring this around to here. This will just kind of slot into there. This will wrap around. Bring the shoulder. Whoop, that's not, well, I mean, it's supposed to pop up, but not just willy-nilly. All right, hang on a second. All right, so got it popped back in. Bring this down. Bring this up and around. It came untabbed from its spot. Again, like I said, it is a little bit tricky getting it back into full robot mode from this point. There, I think I've got it. Yes, okay. So there we have Onyx back in robot mode. We'll go ahead and bring this section of the mask, or this face, down to reveal his full face. And then we'll give him back the tail. Just tab in to here. And then we'll take the spear, put it back together. And I forgot to show off in robot mode, there is storage. You can just tab it in right here on the wing. Or if you want, you can take the mask off of it and plug it right into lower torso like he was for dragon mode. And then I guess plug that back into there so it's hidden away along with the tail. But I like giving him a spear. That way he has some sort of like staff or just like a throwing spear he could use at any time. There we go. So let's go ahead and get into the final thoughts on this guy. So with Onyx Prime, I honestly think Hasbro has done it once again. I mean, creating such a unique character and mold that really is not like any other we've seen with Transformers. Like an actual full-on centaur, you know, dragon mode and robot triple changer like this. I don't think it's ever been done before, and it is quite unique. Like the transformation is not overly complex, but there are points to where it's like, okay, this is a little confusing how this slots in, but then you get it, and then it's like, oh, like like there's not a lot of steps to it, but it's just like lining up these pieces to get fit into the backpack, or I mean that's really the only thing that's like kind of messes with my brain, but it just looks so interesting. Just all these mechanical and organic parts. Like he truly is one of the first techno-organics, along with Quintus Prime, who we'll be seeing soon in the next couple of months at the time of this recording. So yeah, awesome, you know, beast character, the first beast former. So interesting, a little something to look at for Halloween. So I'm terrible at, you know, creating like a story or telling a story, but just awesome character. I thought it would be perfect for Halloween. So once again, hope you guys enjoyed. Happy Halloween. Be sure to check out my playlists, and at the time of this recording, I've got a lot of stuff to do for the next episode of Axel on News, so stay tuned for that. We got a lot of stuff to cover with MCM and TFCon Chicago, so stay tuned for that tomorrow, actually, when this video comes out. So, or tomorrow from when this video comes out, November 1st, 2025, so this coming Saturday. And yeah, so I'm going to stop rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed this look at Onyx Prime. I know I'm a little behind. I've got a backlog, so catch you guys in the next one. So long, take care, and happy Halloween. Happy safe Halloween. Okay.